Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I have very special guest, and you guys must know her through Insta page, and that's how I got to know her. And her name is Punya Agarwal, and her Insta page has been ACCA. So I am sure among 5,000 followers, you are one of them. If in case you are listening to this podcast. So today we will be having her experience as ACCA student. Previously, I had ACCA member, and today I have ACCA student. So let's listen to her opinion, her experience, how her journey was in ACCA. So I would never introduce my guests through these podcasts. I give them equal chance to introduce themselves. Come on, Pune, how will you actually introduce yourself in just 1 minute?
Hi, first of all, thank you for a very warm welcome. And yeah, so I am Punya Agarwal and I'm from Delhi and I've just completed my Bcom from Kamla Nehru College, Delhi University, and I am an ACCA finalist. I would say I have given my last exam this quarter and hopefully will become an ACCA affiliate very soon. So yeah, that's all. Then, as you mentioned, I have an ACCA related page on Instagram called Being ACCA. So yeah, that's all.
That's awesome. So we will try to wind up this particular podcast in 15 minutes. That's the whole, attractive point about my podcast, that it ends very soon and it gives you a lot of information. So tell me quickly what your day looks like in just 1 minute or maybe less than that.
Yeah, so a usual day in which I have to do college, it starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, then goes on till 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And after that, it's just like a mixture of classes and, bunking classes maybe. But after that, it involves studying for ACCA, like 2 hours or 3 hours a day max, not more than that, and just then relaxing.
Wow, wow, that sounds like an ideal day to me, especially when you are working. And as I know you, you have actually, passed your interview for EYGDS. So congratulations for that. So I am
Thank
guessing
you.
you still have not experienced that corporate world. So in college, how ACCA helped you?
Yeah, so I actually ACCA set me apart from the other people who are just doing BCom. So there are many, actually a whole lot of people I know that are just doing BCom and not any other professional qualification
Yes.
other than ACCA also. So it set me apart firstly from them. It helped me build my confidence as a whole before sitting for the interview of EYGDS. I sat for EY India also. I sat for PwC also.
Wow.
But the thing was that I was really very confident when they got to know that I was an ACCA part qualified back then. I was just in my second year and I had done so much. Like I have done like 9 papers and was preparing
Wow.
for my 10th. So they were very impressed because of that, and they gave me so much of confidence because of that. And I think because of that only I was able to clear EYGDS interview.
Oh, awesome. It's like sort of I see myself in you because that was a similar situation in my case too. When I sat for EY GDS interview, even I was an ACCA student by then, and it's like living,
Yeah.
my history. So how did you
Yeah.
manage, now and then I see a lot of students asking me that, ma'am, how did you manage, DU papers along with ACCA? My time was Corona time, and I believe yours was
Yeah.
not. So how did you manage DU exams with ACCA?
Yeah, initially, as you mentioned, in my time also it was Corona. So initially it was very easy because it was online classes, and we would have full day to prepare for the exams. But eventually colleges got open, so I would just give. Honestly, I am telling you that I would just give like a day or two maybe to the exams, DO exams, and I would be sorted with that. Contrary to this, also, I used to start my preparation for the next ACC exam way before. Like,
Okay.
if, for example, I gave my exam in March quarter, so maybe after a week or week and a half, I will start with the preparation of the next exam. So that would give me a good leverage, and I would complete my syllabus way before time. And just there was time for only practice. So yeah.
Awesome. That is actually, the need of an hour, especially when I'm coming up with a lot of crash courses, which actually tell you to prepare for last 20 days. This is a strategy that
Yeah.
we want our students to follow. Prepare from day one, not find, shortcuts to your success and shortcuts to passing the paper. So I have interviewed a lot of mentors and members too, and they give you, very confident statements that do past papers, do exam good. But as a student, I would like to know how, you build that confidence that yes, dude, I am prepared. I have done this much of kit. I have done this much of past paper. So what's your strategy as a student?
Okay. So as I mentioned that I always start early. So that is, I think that gives me a confidence that I have given like 2.5 months to it. So maybe I'm very well prepared. And that comes with a lot of practice also. I
Yes.
practice a lot of past papers for sure on the CB platform. That's very important, I feel. Then doing mocks. So I tend to, do my syllabus like a month back or a month and a half back. So that gives
Wow.
me enough time to practice. So yeah, that is the main strategy that I follow throughout my ACCA journey.
Wow, that's like you should be, prepared for the worst. Even if ACCA comes up with new technical article, I have already done my syllabus. Bring it on. So that's a strategy
Yeah.
you should follow as a student. But believe me, being a working student, I always find it, very difficult to finish the syllabus 1 or 1.5 months before. So in case you are a
Yeah.
working student and you find it extremely difficult to do that, I agree with you. Being a full-time student, you can do that. So there's no excuse
Yeah.
for, if she can do it, you can do it too. So have you given ever, two papers together? What was your strategy? Like, how did you divide the day? Did you divide it like सुबह मैं ये पढ़ूंगी और शाम को मैं ये पढ़ूंगी? So how did you actually divide your plan or everything?
Yeah, actually, you're very true. So I gave my two professional exams. One I gave reset in March attempt. That was AAA and SBL. I gave
Oh
these
my
two
God.
together. And exactly how you told that, I divided my day into two halves. I used to do first half double AAA or SBL, and then in
Hmm.
the other half I would do SBL or AA and vice versa. So it was not boring for me that I'm studying like SBL ही पूरे दिन पढ़ रही हूँ. That was not the case since I had two subjects. So if somebody who is doing two papers at once, my advice would be to go do both the papers every day, like touch both the
Yeah.
subjects every day. Even if you're practicing one and doing the syllabus of the other, at least do both of them together in one day. So yeah.
Wow, that's a golden advice because what I have seen students doing is like they divide whole month into two parts. Like in the first
Yeah,
part, they will do triple A and in second SBL. Let me tell you, once you are over with the first month, you will forget about triple A. So don't do that.
exactly.
Follow her advice. Divide each day into two parts so that you actually revise on the very daily basis and you don't tend to
Yeah.
forget concepts which you are actually studying. So just a quick follow-up question, like, was it very difficult? Was it like two ideal situation, or was it you need to be very intelligent or you need to study whole day to do two papers in 1 quarter? What was, your quick plan about it?
Honestly, I'm not somebody who can study whole day, or like even like I cannot study 5 to 6 hours a day. That's too much for me. I like to, go to my college. I like to explore. I like to go out. And my strategy was very simple. I started early. I gave an hour or two a day. That's all to both the papers. Like I would do 1 hour SBL, then 1 hour AAA. By the end of the month, like when exams approaching, obviously you have to give like more time. So that
Yeah.
time I would give like 3 to 4 hours. But in the starting, I would just give like 1 or 2 hour, and then I'll get bored. मैं सोचती हूँ बस हो गया अब बाहर जाना है. So I'll do my bit and then I'll go out. That's all.
It's actually very important, to give yourself short breaks. It's not a UPSC paper. It's just that you
Yeah.
need to understand things and it will become very easy. So yeah, do not, try to
Yeah.
study 10 or 11 hours in a day. It is very difficult and it is very not my kind of thing, to be very honest.
And I think it's not even required. I don't think that studying 10 to 12 hours a day is even required in ACC. I personally don't think so.
Yeah, in case it's not even required and it doesn't even demand. In case you were studying for UPSC or something like
Yeah,
that, I would actually appreciate you to go for 11 to 12 hours without any doubt. But this is sort of a
exactly.
practical
Yeah,
paper. Okay, whatever.
yeah.
So, as a student, many of us are very scared to fail the paper. It's something that, dude, फेल नहीं होना बस चाहे 51 आ जाए मुझे एक बार में पास
Hmm.
होना है so have you experienced that
Hmm.
particular thing in your ECCA journey and how did you overcome it and what is one thing that you need to tell students that it's okay to fail.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, I'm always very skeptical about the results. I'm always thinking बस 50 दे दो, 50 दे दो, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं चाहिए. And but yeah, I failed in my AAA exam. I gave it in December. Part of it was because I had like my DU exams also in the same week, and there were some personal issues also. So combined, I got failed in AAA. I got 46. So
Okay.
4 marks से रह गई थी. But yeah, I at that point also for like 2 weeks straight, I was like, अब नहीं करना मेरे को, मैं फेल हो गई, अब पता नहीं क्या होगा. Just like every other person who thinks
Right.
after a failure. It was my first ever like a setback. I've never failed in any of my exams previously, so that was like the first failure. But then I thought that I have given my approximately 2 years to this journey, ACCA journey. Might as well, give 2 months more and resit for the exam with another paper. So that is how I built confidence, and I was like, कि actually I enjoy audit a lot. So it was like कि पढ़ना ही है तो audit ही पढ़ना है ना, तो it
हाँ.
will just it will not be boring. So it's I just gave it with my second paper, and my advice would be for the people who have failed. It's okay to fail. You fail some. It's not always good days. There are bad days also.
Right.
So just buck up. And for ACCA specifically, I would say if you have failed in like one paper, you might go with two papers at once, like the paper you have failed in, and combine with another paper in the next attempt, so that you don't
Right.
waste your time also in that attempt. So yeah,
Completely. Completely,
yeah.
completely agree with you. Let me tell you, it's like I have been, passed all the papers. It's something that you always remember. Your journey is actually very important and you always cherish. Even if you fail, you will always remember, dude, why did I fail? And how small that moment was when you actually see rest of your life. So don't be,
Yeah.
disheartened about this particular failure. You have a lot of things to see in your life and this may be a very very small thing, maybe the tiniest thing or tiniest sort of
Yeah.
failure that you will see in your life. So don't give up, just come up with new strategy, come up with different study plan and you will bring it on again.
Yeah.
And also, like we talked about the intro part, you have an ACCA, Insta channel. So how did you actually come up with that idea कि मैं कुछ contribute करूँ ACCA community में, कुछ भला करूँ लोगों का? So just a quick thing, like how did you come up with that idea to help other students?
Yeah, actually, me and my friend combined opened this channel. So we were thinking about this thing because we are friends from like 12 years now.
Wow.
So we have seen childhood and adulthood, and now then we were thinking of doing something on Instagram, but we both are very very introvert people. We cannot communicate very well. So we were thinking like कि कर लेते हैं, let's open it, let's see how the response is, but then we didn't do it. Then I don't know what striked us कि हमने सोचा February में कि कर लेते हैं, चलो let's see what the response is. We're not losing anything after all. So
Exactly.
we opened this page on our Instagram, and we were like कि we want to be like a page which caters to all of the needs, like the कि
Hmm.
memes भी है, थोड़ा fun part भी है, and then resources तो obviously contribute करेंगे ही. तो when we opened our Instagram page, we saw कि Instagram पे या generally भी because ACCA awareness is not that much, right?
True.
So there weren't many pages who were actually contributing to, helping students basically. Our main agenda was to help others who are
Right.
maybe starting their journey, who want to start their journey, or maybe they're struggling in their journey.
Right.
So when we started, I thought I saw your page also. Like I saw you making videos, and I was like, wow, she's doing such a good job. And I was thinking, ki, hum kab karenge ye? But then I got little inspired by you, to be very honest.
Oh my
But
God.
so we started with this, yeah, and we started with this page, and then we thought, ki, starting when we started, we didn't had so many resources. We didn't have people who would, advise us. So we
Right.
wanted to be people who can advise others who are just starting. So this was the main agenda.
Wow, wow, wow. That's like a, very, very, very nice idea. And to be very honest, through the Insta, through YouTube, even my target was to reach maximum amount of students, mentors, affiliates in order to network, in order to build a very strong network for our ACC community. So seeing initiatives like you are doing, hats off to you and all the best. So the main
Thank
speciality
you.
about my podcast is rapid fire round. To be, just in
Okay.
actually be ready for the rapid fire round. It's not a Karan Johar show, as I always say, but still I try to make it as interesting as possible. So quickly, these questions were not given to her at any cost. This is on spot questions. Okay. I'll quickly read the questions. You need to answer in just 10 seconds or maybe less than that. Okay. Which is
Okay.
more interesting way of getting information according to you? LinkedIn post, Insta post, or YouTube podcast?
I think there's a balance between Instagram post and YouTube podcast.
Okay, which is better in your opinion? Studying very hard for one exam and trying to get rank, or passing two papers and get your degree done as soon as possible?
I think passing two papers at one time any day.
Okay, which is your favorite and least favorite subject?
My most favorite subject is audit,
Wow.
and least favorite, I would say, is taxation.
Same goes to me. In fact, even PM.
Yeah.
Which is more
Yeah.
scary? The result night or the exam night?
Result night. Obviously, result night. To
I
just get that 5-0.
Exactly. Everybody wants to start their result from 5 and not 4. So, what is
Yeah.
ATC Mantra according to you in one line? Like for me, it's you understand instead of cramming and you pass the paper.
For me, it would be maintaining consistency and practicing the syllabus very well. That's the whole agenda of ACC, I think.
Wow, very nice. So that's it for the rapid fire. And you actually, cracked it very nicely. I wish I had a hamper for you, but of course, that's something not happening as of now. So, thank you so much for, coming to my channel. How was your experience and which guest would you like to see next on my podcast?
Okay, so it was a wonderful experience. I think we had very fun conversation, and this was one of my best, a podcast, or I would say interviews so far, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And thank you for that. Thank you for the warm welcome also, and thank you for having me on your page also. And the next guest I would want to see on your page would be either my friend Tushita Gupta,
Yeah.
who is a co-admin, and or Tashita Gupta.
Okay, okay, okay. I know both of them. For your, viewers' information, I would like to tell them that yes, I am having her friend for another episode. So you will also see her, your two admins of being ACCA, and I thank you so much once again. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope this particular podcast was very helpful as a student perspective, and I'll try to get maximum amount of guests and maximum valuable guests on my podcast. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All the best for your ACCA papers. Bye bye.